Hello, I'm James Preston and welcome to the ASX at Breakfast, exclusive to Kalkine TV, where we provide you with all the information you'll need for a successful day of trading. The Australian share market is set to edge higher on Friday, following another overnight positive closing on Wall Street. Similarly, domestic commodities are expected to boost the benchmark higher, even as worries on global economic growth still persist. Meanwhile, US investors reacted in a positive manner to the latest comments from US Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell in relation to controlling inflation. Powell reiterated that the Fed would continue to hike interest rates to control inflation and warned against prematurely loosening monetary policy. The latest SPI futures indicate that the ASX 200 is set to open 121 points or 1.8% higher this morning. On Thursday, the benchmark index ended 1.8% higher at 6,845.6 points. Meanwhile, companies such as Nine Entertainment, WiseTech Global, and a number of other companies, which we'll cover in our ASX trending report, are scheduled to go ex-dividend today. Looking at some other markets, and Wall Street performed reasonably well overnight. The Dow Jones rose by 0.6%, the S&P 500 jumped by 0.65%, and the Nasdaq ended 0.6% higher. In Europe, the European Central Bank hiked interest rates by a record 75 basis points. The Stoxx 50 rose by 0.3%, London's FTSE gained 0.3%, the CAC surged by 0.3%, and the German DAX ended 0.1% lower. MSCI's gauge of stocks across the globe ultimately rose by 0.76%. And in Asian markets, performance was mixed. China's Shanghai Composite saw a loss of 0.33%, Hong Kong's Hang Seng dropped by 1%, whilst Japan's Nikkei experienced a strong growth of 2.31%. Alright, time now for a very quick break here on the ASX at Breakfast before we take a look at the Aussie dollar, oil, gold and the world of crypto. If you're looking to keep abreast of the biggest stories from the crypto world, the fate of exchanges and crypto hedge funds during the ongoing bear market, and you're wanting to keep up to date with the best and worst performers in the altcoin space and that of flagship currencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, then Kalkine Media's Daily Crypto Catch is absolutely essential viewing for you. Tune in each afternoon right here on Kalkine Media to get the latest scoop from Anchor to Zero Coin. Welcome back to the ASX at Breakfast on Kalkine TV, where we give you all the information you'll need for a successful day of trading. One Aussie dollar is currently buying 67.64 US cents, falling from Monday's intra-week high of 68.31 US cents. Australian currency could also be set for a revamp following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. When Queen Elizabeth II's father, King George VI, died in 1952, revised Australian coins featuring the monarch's portrait came into circulation from 1953. And from 1966, upon the adoption of the decimal currency system, the monarch's portrait has been emblazoned upon the back of Aussie coins. Her passing is also set to trigger a rethink of the $5 note. Since 1995, the $5 note has depicted Queen Elizabeth at the age of 58 as head of the monarchy and royal family. But with King Charles now elevated to the head of the royal family, his face will eventually be emblazoned on the $5 note and the back of Australian coins. Moving on, and the yields on the US 10-year notes rose to 3.32%, following Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's comments. Two-year yields also increased to 3.491%. Oil prices have also witnessed a rebound. On Thursday, crude prices rose nearly 1% after falling to a 7-month low in the previous session, as some technical traders bought the dip and Russia threatened to halt oil and gas exports to a number of buyers. Brent crude futures gained 1.3% to finish at $89.15 a barrel, and WTI crude surged by 2% to settle at $83.54 a barrel. Conversely, gold experienced a slight dip. Gold prices fell on Thursday after Powell's comments cemented expectation around a 75% basis point rate hike at its upcoming policy meeting. Spot gold fell by 0.4% to $1,711.05 per ounce by yesterday afternoon. And lastly, the crypto market has struggled once more this week, but has seen a marginal increase since Thursday morning. In the past 24 hours, the global crypto market cap has increased by 0.63% to be valued at approximately $982 billion US dollars. The two biggest digital assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum, have both remained stable in the past 24 hours, with Bitcoin continuing to sit at just above 19,000 US dollars. However, it has fallen more than 3.9% in the past 7 days. Ethereum's Ether is currently priced at just above 1,600 US dollars, but it has experienced a positive week, rising by more than 2.76%. Well, that's all for this edition of the ASX at Breakfast. Have a great day trading and make sure to keep it locked here on Kalkine TV for the latest market insights and business news. I'm James Preston, reporting for Kalkine.